Hi, dear Odooers, and welcome back. We've already learned to design a homepage, but a website can be much more than that. It's a collection of pages delivering multiple pieces of information. But you know what? Before we get started, I'm just going to quickly grab a cup of coffee.
Okay, it's recording. Fortunately, we can count on Odoo to help us create outstanding pages. With its dozens of building blocks available, nothing can stop us. Right, Amy?
Indeed, but Livik, are you trying to steal my job?
No, sorry.
Anyway, Odoo's building blocks are easy to use. They allow you to add various functionalities and features to your website. All you have to do is choose suitable blocks, such as titles, images, or timelines, and edit them using style options. It's a great way to design web content without coding anything. So let's jump into Uptown Textiles database to do some magic. Okay, so here on Uptown Textiles website, we're going to create a new page. So I'm just going to go to the top right corner, click on New Page. This is going to be our About Us page, and I do want to add it to the menu, so I'm going to leave that activated. And then we'll click on Create, and we're redirected to our page already in the edit mode. So let's start designing. So here on the right in the website builder, blocks are separated into 4 categories. So the first one here is our structure, which consists of classic blocks used to display headings, images, and text. And then after that, we have our features, which are more advanced blocks meant to display specific information in a smarter way. And then we have our dynamic content, which are blocks integrated with other apps, such as products sold in the e-commerce and newsletters, but we're going to see that more in another video. And then finally, we have our inner content, which are blocks that are aimed to be added inside of other blocks. So let's see how we can use all of these right now. So I am going to start with a cover block. All right, so I just drag it and drop it. And here we're going to modify this a bit. All right, so I'm just going to remove that. And for the button, we're going to call this our products. Okay, and then I'm going to change the background image as well. All right, so I'm clicking on the camera here. And then we're going to search for, let's say, a tie. All right, so we'll search, and I like this image here, so I'm going to select that one. And I can actually change how it's placed as well, so I'm going to change the position. I'm just going to drag it down like that. On the top left corner, we have the apply button, so don't forget about that. Okay, I think that looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and move on to our next block. So below that, I'm actually going to add a text image block, and then also a timeline below that, because I want our visitors to see the history of our company. But then I'm going to come back up here and modify this image. So Odoo will automatically optimize this image for your website, but we can modify the quality if we would like to here. So I have this quality bar. I'm going to try to leave it to what Odoo had before. And I'm also going to change the shape of this image. So I'm going to go to shapes. I'm going to select this one. I think that looks pretty good. And we can also change the color as well. So I can choose any color or one based on my color palette that I have defined. So let's do that. All right, this blue color looks very nice. Cool. All right, so let's go back to our blocks. And here I'm going to select a title block, and I'm going to drag it below that timeline. And I'm going to say the dream team. And of course, I'm going to add information about my team just below that. So I'm going to select the team block, which is under the features section, and drag and drop. Now, this looks really good already, but I actually have more employees than this. So I'm just going to duplicate this element of this block. So I'm just going to click on duplicate container, and then I'll modify those later with the images of my employees and their bios. All right, so let's go back to blocks. Once again, we're going to grab a title and drag it and drop it. And here I'm going to say where to find us. All right, let's make sure we don't have any typos there. We're going to go to our blocks, and we're going to add a map. So you can either add the map within the title that we just added, so they work together, they're integrated, or you can do this externally, so you can modify them individually. Whoops. All right, and I'm going to do it externally, so let's go ahead and select the map that I just added. I'm going to change the height to 50%. I think that looks nicer. We can also change the default view, whether it will be road or satellite. I personally prefer road, so we're going to select that. And of course, your visitors can change that themselves when they're visiting your website. For the address, United States, we don't know exactly where, but we're going to change that. We're going to give our exact address so our visitors can see really where we're located. And I'm going to change this view to 1 kilometer as well. All right, so that looks really great. Now our visitors will know where to find us physically, but I also want them to know where to find us everywhere on the internet. So I'm actually going to go down to the inner content section, and I'm going to drag and drop this social media block here. So let's just add that, and we can move that down one, actually. So let's drag it and drop it even lower. All right, just like that. That looks great. So now they'll be able to contact us or go to our social media accounts, our platforms. So let's go ahead and save this. All right, so just like that, we built this beautiful page. And of course, we'll see About Us in the menu at the top so they can easily navigate to this page. Now, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.